Good morning, welcome to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be doing something called a last step protectant. What I have done to the car is a full 25-hour detail, as well as using Polish Angel Master Sealant. The car is fully clean. I've washed the full car, wheels and paint, and you might notice that the trim is looking pretty good too. So if the trim video isn't up, it will be up very soon. I did a trim restoration, so hopefully you guys can tell. But in the meantime, we're going to be doing something today. We're going to be applying something called Rapidwaxx by Polish Angel. So right now we're going to be using Rapidwaxx as a drying aid. My plan right now is to use this roughly once a month, just as a last step protectant and to keep the master sealant in good shape. So if there's any bird droppings, if there's any debris, if there's anything that is sort of wearing away at the current protection on the car, this will hopefully be that first sacrificial layer to not only keep it to protect from the elements, but also keep the base sealant intact for much longer. Okay guys, let me get you in here nice and close. First thing to remember is to shake the bottle really well. Alright, so I like to normally apply this to my towel. So I'm just going to use this. It's a thinner pile. I believe this is maybe 250 GSM or so. You don't really want one that's too much, because then it's not really going to dry the car that well. So I'll give it 2 sprays. It's definitely kind of a boogery color, which is interesting, but we're just going to come here and that's it. And then the last thing you do is just buff off any excess. This is definitely, I think, 400 to 600 GSM. You're just gonna buff it off just to make sure there's no streaks, and that's it. Okay guys, I just reviewed the footage and the car is so shiny that it wasn't that easy to tell. So there's a little bit of the wax on here, but I'm just gonna give it one more spray. And hopefully, it really does look like a mirror on the camera. So not only are we drying the car, but this is really the main concern right now, is to apply that last step, the last step protection of for the paint. And then be very gentle, because we're dealing with a black car. And maybe we'll flip this thing over. So right here is literally looking like a mirror, which is awesome. But if you look a little further, I'm not sure if you guys will see it on camera, but there's a little streakiness. So definitely don't use too much product, and definitely make sure that you have a nice microfiber. This is extremely plush. This is the one that I like to buff off the surface. I will tell you, my normal go-to drying towel is this Geon Silk Dryer. It's the biggest one they make, like 28 by 36 or something. It's huge. I usually use these, like 2 of them to dry the entire car, and you know, some miscellaneous ones just to get the door jams. But today is going to be a little bit different of a process, because we're actually applying a decent amount of protection to the car. So that's why I'm not using this today, although I still love these, and I'll probably use these on normal washes where I'm not using the Rapidwaxx. Kind of a funky thing with these bottles. I don't know if Polish Angel is trying to be fancy or what, but the sprayer is very finicky. So what I mean by that is you pretty much have to do a full spray and a pretty abrupt spray to get a nice pattern. Because if you do kind of like a little spray, like you just want to spray a little bit, it kind of does this weird shooting action where if what I really wanted it to do is this. So if you kind of do like a medium spray, it does a little. I've played with this, so maybe I'm retarded or something, but yeah, anyways, the sprayer is kind of annoying on these bottles, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, anyways guys, I am fully finished with my last step protection. Polish Angel Rapidwaxx, very easy to apply, and I really didn't have to buff much off of it. I ended up using, these were my primary towels that definitely worked a little bit better than any other towel I was using. I feel like these are $2.50. These are the edgeless. I think I picked up, these are a couple I picked up from Esoteric. So the E39 M5 is really coming together. The paint is finally very close to kind of what I want it to be on a realistic basis. Of course, the front has a ton of rock chips, and yes guys, I know it's too bad I spent 20 hours detailing it and there's still a crap ton of rock chips. Those I will most likely be taking care of with like a sort of Dr. Color chip type system. There's a few different options out there. That will be a separate video though. Don't worry about that. I will definitely at least take a shot at it. So hopefully I get it done right. And the rest of this car, it looks great. The trim is good. The wheels are clean. I will do tire dressing. There's none on it right now. But generally speaking, they are in good shape. You know, obviously getting them refinished would be nice because there's a few that are curbed. And then in here is a little bit faded. I don't know what's going on with this trim here, but this, you know, I'll have to do a full wheels off detail. A quick walk around. You know, my schedule doesn't really always help me out when it comes to having all the time in the world to do a full detail like I really want to. So hopefully you guys can understand that. I think most of you do. But there's a few people that I don't know if they're new or they don't really care. They just leave comments and they say, why didn't you do this and why didn't you do that and you did this wrong, and very critical people out there. So anyways, I'm taking little bites on this car. As you guys can see, the paint is fully done. That was one of the biggest projects. There's a lot of other things that I want to do to the car, but I don't want to move too fast. That's always when you start feeling anxious and you wish you would have done something else first. So although I didn't film the first wash, you guys get an idea of what to do for my last step. Polish Angel Rapidwaxx works very well, looks really great so far, so we'll just have to see. The most important thing is longevity for me. The looks, I mean, it's a black car, it's gonna look good when it's clean. Generally speaking, it's not gonna be a huge difference in my opinions. So that is gonna do it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for being here and supporting the channel, and thanks for dealing with the slow progression of the M5. It feels like even just to get this last step on, it's been weeks, but I guess it's really only been like a week and a half since I did the full paint correction. So obviously this video is gonna be a little delayed. But anyways, thanks again for watching. I'll leave a link in the description below with a lot of the products I used and all the products I mentioned today. Again, I'm pretty consistent when it comes to that. I don't really change around products a lot, but I do like to try new things. So give me a suggestion if you want. See you guys.